بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. الحمد لله رب العالمين، والصلاة والسلام على رسوله الأمين وآله وصحبه أجمعين. اللهم علمنا ما ينفعنا وانفعنا بما علمتنا وزدنا علما. Is it the same link, isn't it?
Yes, sir.
Okay, I remember someone asked me to send it. Salam akhi. So today, inshallah, we will carry on. We try to finish the rest of the slides of the Islamic finance course. Then, inshallah, we try to read some of the hadith of Umdat al-Ahkam. I don't know whether we can finish all of it or not, but the most important thing, you understand the fundamentals of this ilm, this knowledge. So even if we don't finish all the hadith, you got the idea, you got the point that you need to understand about financial transactions. Today we study riba. Riba is the main problem that we are facing everywhere. And it is a problem because, number one, it is a major sin. It's a major sin. Secondly, it's a problem because there are many complications in interpretation of the riba. Some scholars say this is riba, others they say it's not riba. And it is something, subhanallah, connected to our daily life. So that's why it is a problematic issue. And for us, we are trying here to understand the fundamentals or the foundations of this, or the asasat, or the principle of the riba. So at least we will have an idea about the riba. Now, as I said to you before, many people, when they talk about murabaha, for example, they say, wallahi, it's riba. The one who swears by Allah that murabaha is riba, either he doesn't understand the murabaha or he doesn't understand the riba. Okay? So we need just to understand now. Then the next step that we decide halal or haram. But now at least we need to understand. So riba in Arabic language, it means that ziyada, to increase. So riba means increasing. And actually, this is what happened actually. When you give a loan, you get the loan increased with the money. So that's why it's called riba. But riba, generally speaking, the linguistic meaning, it's an increase. And Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala prohibited riba frankly and clearly in the Quran, said, وَحَلَّ اللَّهُ الْبَيْعَ وَحَرَّمَ الرِّبَا. Allah allowed bay' and prohibited riba. And Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala in the other verse told us that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala declared war against people who deal with riba. And it's only in Sharia, Allah declares war in two situations. One is with the riba, and the other one when man aada li waliyan, when someone attack or attack the awliya of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. So in these two positions, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala declares war against that person. And the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam cursed akil riba, the one who eats riba, mukilahu, the one who feeds riba, and the two witnesses, and the one who writes it down. So it's a package. Not one person just will be iyadhan billah punished. And that's why when you ask scholars about working in the banks, they will tell you, no, don't work. Because it's not only the one person who eats or feeds the riba are affected by this ma'siyah, by this sin. It's many people affected. So the riba is a problematic issue and something very dangerous in terms of punishment. Some scholars say the riba, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala prohibited riba like alcohol, al-khamr. That was gradually prohibited, not in one hadith. You know, al-khamr, alcohol, it was permissible. So the companions used to drink alcohol. Then Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala told us, وَنَفْعُثْمُهُمَا أَكْبَرُ مِنْ نَفْعِهِمَا. Their negatives or their bad consequences are more than their positives. Then Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala said, لَا تَقْرَبُوا الصَّلَاةَ وَأَنْتُمْ سُكَارَى. Do not pray while you are intoxicated. Which means that you will be only to drink after Isha. Because during the day there will be a salah. So gradually Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala prohibited the khamr. And finally said, هل أنتم منتهون? You should stop drinking alcohol. Some scholars say riba, it is the same. Allah in many verses mentioned, for example, in the first verse, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala said, the riba will not be increased. There is no reward, there is no barakah in it. Not like the zakah. Zakah is barakah. And then Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala said, Allah has prohibited riba for the people behind us. Then Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala said, do not eat riba that is, ad'af muda'afa, that multiplied, which is like when you reschedule the debt, and it's just one type of riba. Because riba could be one gold, you give me 1,000, you get 1,100, and that's it. This is not ad'af muda'afa, it's not multiplied. But if you come to me, you say to me, I cannot pay you now. I say, okay, you have to increase the riba, now it's getting multiplied. So that Allah prohibited this only. And actually this verse uses some people to claim that riba is halal except if it's multiplied. Then Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala described the one who eats riba like the one who is affected by mess, possessed by shaitan. Just to show the people how bad it is to eat riba. Then Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala said, Ya ayyuha alladhina amanu ittaqullaha wa dharu ma baqiya min al-riba. Leave what you have, all the transactions that you have in riba. In kuntum mu'minin. Otherwise, فَأَذَنُوا بِحَرْبٍ مِّنَ اللَّهِ وَرَسُولِهِ. Allah declare, and His Messenger declare war against you if you eat riba. So then it becomes agreed upon that riba is haram. No doubt about this. Now whoever missed this part of the dars, he will give me headache. He will keep asking these questions later on, I'm telling you. Okay, so please remind me. I will tell him off who comes late and ask these questions. Because these now we need to focus here now. Now here, we have riba, the types of riba. Okay? Now, diyun and buyu'. So we have sales and debt or delay. In riba, diyun, this is the main one. This is the riba that is the main type of riba that is prohibited. And what's happening here, what's happening in riba al-fadl, it's a protection, it's blocking the means to arrive here. Okay? So riba, what is that? Sorry. Riba diyun, the debt, the riba that is caused because of debt, this is the main riba. The rest of the riba is blocking the means for this riba. So we have nasi'a, we have qard. Now, what does it mean riba diyun? That means it is this type of riba. It's caused because of a loan, not because of a financial transaction, not because of buy and sell. So how does it work? We have two types. Number one, what's your name, akhi? Abrar. Abrar needs money. So he comes to me and said, can you lend me 1,000 KD? I said, that's fine. So I give him 1,000 KD. And I tell him from the beginning, you have to bring it 1,100. Okay? So this, we call it riba al-qard. It's a loan that is from the beginning based or done according to the riba way. I give you 1,000, you give me 100. So they call it riba al-qard. All these are types of riba diyun, but this is one type of the clear riba. The second one, riba nasi'a, it is because of the delay. It occurs, the riba occurs because of the delay. The same example, Abrar wants money, so he comes to me, I give him 1,000 to give it back after 1 month, 1,000. No riba involved. After 1 month, he comes to me, say, sorry, I'm struggling, I cannot make it. So what I said to him, you either pay me now or you increase. So why the riba occurs here? Because of the delay. I'm going to give you a chance. I will delay, give you another month, but it will become 1,100. So the first one, riba is stipulated from the beginning. Next, the second one, riba is stipulated because of the delay. They call it riba nasi'a. So the first one, riba al-qard, the second one, riba nasi'a. Both are riba. But the difference is the contract. The first one, riba al-qard, is originally riba we contract From the beginning, it's stipulated that you take 1,000, you bring 1,100. The second one, riba nasiya, is a normal contract. Normal contract, but it has a condition either stipulated in the contract or it is traditionally recognized. People know that if you delay, you will be asked to give more. Like in the time of Jahiliyyah, this is what they used to do. Do we have any examples contemporary similar to this?
Yes.
Give me example, please.
When you are buying something in installment, they put a clause that if you do not pay, you have to pay the penalty.
So late penalty charge means which type of riba? Nasi'a. That's it, nasi'a. Because it occurs because of the delay. Is this correct? Okay. Now the riba al-qard. Do we have example of riba al-qard? Huh?
Riba al-qard said out at the beginning itself.
Yeah, but we need contemporary example.
So where a person lends a loan and...
No, I'm talking about, yeah, I know. I'm not asking for something that you think, something that we do in our daily life. Oh, we have in our organizations and...
It happens in our native.
Like, give me an example.
They give, for example, 10,000 rupees, and monthly you have to pay 5%, 10%.
The mortgage.
Yes.
That's it, yeah. The conventional mortgage is the qard based on qard. So from the beginning, they will lend you money, but they will tell you you have to pay extra when you give it back. From the beginning, you are told to give back. But the credit card, for example, they don't tell you to give it back any extra. But they put condition, if you miss 50 days or 1 month, whatever, then you have to pay extra.
That is nasiya.
Exactly. So this is nasiya. When there is any late penalty charge, it's a nasiya. When there is a ribawi, what do you call? The riba is stipulated from the beginning of the contract, then this is qard. And both are haram, and both are the main type of riba you can have. Now these are the main ribawi contracts. And all the rest of the riba we'll talk about, it's a means. There are means for this. They should be blocked because they means. Now, when you go to riba al-buyu', riba al-buyu', now you buy, they have a nasi'a, a riba al-fadl in buyu'. Nasi'a and fadl. What is the difference? Mubin, correct? Alhamdulillah. Mubin wants to buy my car. Okay? So, I give the car to Mubin for 10,000 dinars. Okay? Who's listening to me? Listen, life better for you. So, Mubin buys a car for 1,000 dinars. 10,000, okay, sorry. 10,000. And Mubin has to pay installment. I put a condition in the contract, there will be a late penalty charge. So if he misses one payment, reschedule the payment and will increase. Instead of 10,000, it will be 10,100, for example. So this is, they call it nasi'a. So what is the difference between nasi'a here and here? That is bay', and this one, qard, dayn. This is loan from the beginning, but this one was a bay', a transaction that occurs because of buying and selling products, but because of the loan that you are paying back, we put this condition, so this condition became a ribawi condition.
This is also riba.
Riba, yes, riba.
But if same condition is put by Islamic bank.
They don't put this one.
No.
They don't put it. They put it only in one situation. Some Islamic banks, when they know that customer is a doji, or sometimes they have many problems, people do not pay until they take them to the court, and they'll pay them, they give them hard time. So the way what they put a condition, and not all the Islamic banks accepted this. Many Islamic banks refused this, but it's a jihad. They said, we will put a condition. If Ya Mubin don't pay on time, we will force you, we'll take from your account in our bank amount and give it as a sadaqah, as a punishment for you, okay? So we take money from your account and we give it to poor people, just to make sure that you stick to the payment and don't miss about. But no one can stipulate a late penalty charge. Late penalty charge is pure riba. And unfortunately, in non-Muslim countries, like for example the UK, you rarely, and maybe there is no contract there without late penalty charge. I mean, talk about the government and the official bodies. They have to put this. And even Muslims now, some Muslims, accountants, lawyers, they forget. They have a template of contracts, and when they use it, you have this clause. If you miss a payment, if you are late, you'll be charged, blah, 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 which is haram. Riba al-Fadl. Riba al-Fadl, we will discuss it in details later on, but it's basically some items that mentioned in one hadith. The Prophet ﷺ mentioned gold to gold, silver to silver, wheat to wheat, barley to barley, date to date, salt to salt, equal to equal on an immediate base. That is the issues, that is the items that you have to sell them equal to equal. You cannot have difference. Not one of them should be more than the other. If you are buying 1 kilo of gold with 1 kilo of gold, must be equal. Okay? So if you're buying 1 kilo of 24 karat with 1 kilo with 18 karat, is this equal to equal? It's not equal to equal. So you have to make sure that gold to gold or silver is equal. So we have these items, they must be equal. If you miss this and you don't sell equal to equal, then you involve in riba al-fadl. So why riba al-fadl is prohibited? Why it is compulsory to involve immediate payment and equal to equal in this payment? Because if we open the door and we allow people to sell as they like in these items, what will happen? Mubin wants to buy 1 kilo of gold from me, and I don't want to do it in a right way. I have easy zigzag. What would say to him? Okay, I give you 1 kilo. You bring it after 6 months, 1 kilo and 200 grams. If there is no condition that it had to be on immediate and equal, so what happened? We went back to the same type of riba that you give and you get more. So that's why Allah blocked these means that will lead to riba diyun, by blocking even these type of items that you cannot sell them except equal to equal and immediate basis. Now, here. Now, this is the riba al-fadl. This is riba al-fadl, okay? Let me see the English one. Khalas. This is riba al-fadl. We have those 6 items. They are mentioned in the hadith. Gold, silver, wheat, dates, barley, salt. Gold, silver are money. Wheat is a food. Food that is main type of food. People use it when they are hungry. Barley, they use it when they are not very hungry. So it's not complementary, not extra, but it is main, but they can use it as a luxury. Dates, sweet. Salt, meant to change the food and make it taste nice. So these are 4 types of foods. Now this illah value and this illah nourishment and storage, it's based on ijtihad. That's why it's not agreed upon it. These categories, when you put this illah and this illah, the reason, the wisdom behind prohibiting these, this will help us to understand why Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala prohibited riba al-fadl. Now, gold and silver, they were the money at that time. Okay? So, the Shara prohibited selling money to money except with these conditions, so people will not go back to the riba diyun in a zigzag way. And as I said to you, if you open the door to sell gold to gold, not equal, so what will happen? We'll have what? Are you with me? Riba, which type of riba? Exactly, riba nasi'a. This is the main riba that prohibited. So if we do not prohibit this, block this means, it will lead us. That's why this riba al-fadl, it wasn't prohibited in Jahiliyyah. It wasn't recognized in Jahiliyyah. At the time of Jahiliyyah, they used to know that riba is haram. But not this type of riba. They know riba diyun is haram. Riba occurs because of debt. They know it's haram. That's why when the Prophet ﷺ, before the time of, before he received the prophethood, the message, they wanted to rebuild the Kaaba. You know, the Kaaba was demolished. They want to rebuild the Kaaba. They said, listen, do not bring 1 dinar from riba or prostitution. Those two were the main good business, money-making business on those times. Prostitution and riba. Even now, same. Prostitution and riba, the best market to make money. It's nearly guaranteed money. So when they said this, they said, don't bring any money from riba or prostitution. So what happened to them? The money wasn't enough. Because most of their money was riba. Who was one of the greatest ribawi guy at the time of the Prophet ﷺ? Who is this? One of the people of Ahl Jannah. Al-Abbas ibn Abdul Muttalib. He used to be very ribawi man. His money was just for riba. He gives money and take money, money back with the riba. So when they didn't have enough money, what they do? How they did build the Kaaba? You see the Kaaba? You been the Kaaba? Okay. You see that small wall? Huh? Yeah. Al-Hijr. That one. Inside the Hijr is part of the Kaaba. Outside the Hijr is not the Kaaba. So why they didn't include that in the Kaaba? The money wasn't enough. So they put that wall to show that this part is from the Kaaba. Shows you that although they were rich and businessmen, but the money was full of haram. But this type of riba wasn't prohibited on those days. That's why Ibn Abbas and other scholars, many people, they were shocked when they found out about riba al-fadl. So when we see gold, silver is value. The wisdom and the reason for prohibiting this, because they have value in themselves. What does it mean? Or how can we use this? Can we make qiyas?
Anything which has the value of money.
Exactly. Anything has value itself. Thamaniya. Like any currency. Anything. As I said to you yesterday, if we start to dealing with tissue and we decide tissue is money here, so it will have a value, then we can't trade in a ribawi way with the tissue. We spoke about bitcoins or cryptocurrencies. What is cryptocurrencies? Is it paper? Hey, sleeping. Is it paper? Is it coins? What is it?
Crypto.
Just nothing, is it? Numbers. And it is money. It is money. You can become millionaire with these digits. So the life is changed. So anything has value will be considered here. So that's why Islam is suitable for all the time until the day of judgment, because you have the reasons. You have the reasons and you just need to make qiyas. Okay, now when we went here, any food that nourishment and storage, yuqtat wa yuddakhar, that's something you can eat and you can live on it. And it can be stored. Any food like this, it will be a ribawi item. Ribawi item. So all these will be ribawi item. So is the bread a ribawi item?
Bread itself.
Why?
Cannot be stored.
Huh?
Cannot store for a long time.
No, you can store. I mean, it doesn't mean store for a long time that you just leave it in the room and doesn't get rotten. No. Storing, it means that it can be kept by some type of means. But even the wheat, you can't leave it like this and it will last for ages. But what's the bread made of? Khalas. According to many scholars, it's ribawi as well. Some scholars say any ribawi item that involve manufacturing or a change has new ingredients, it is not a ribawi then. It will be itself an item. Then we look at it. Is it something that we eat and store, then it's riba. If not, we cannot look at original. Others, they say no. Like the bread, they say the bread is either from wheat or from wheat, so it is a ribawi item. Which means that if you go to the bakery and you take 3-4 piece of bread and you go out and you pay the money, now there is no riba involved because money for wheat. But if you decide to go back and change the bread with another bread, some scholars say no, this is haram. Why? Because you are changing ribawi item with ribawi item without knowing that is it equal to each other or not. Other scholars say no, it's completely different case now. They said when you go back and change, actually you cancel the previous sales and you make a new buying a new item with the same money you give. Anyway, it shows you that these items you have to understand whether it's ribawi or not. Anything like this. Now, for example, now pasta. Pasta in some countries it's something main in their food. It's not mentioned here pasta, but it's ribawi. Some countries couscous. Couscous is the main food for them, so it's ribawi. Rice is not mentioned here, and it's ribawi. So any food like this, it will be ribawi. And that's why there are different opinions about the items of the food that can be ribawi item or not. But we need to understand now the main point that we have this illah. We have this illah which is value, thamaniya. We have this illah, ikhtiyat wa dikhar. These two illah gives you an idea about what is riba, what is not. Can you exchange it or not? Now, we give you a very quick test. Anyway, the test is the brother who translated it, Jazallah khair, he messed it up. So he do it the wrong way. So we cannot rely on this now. Now, before we go, if you choose pink. No, okay, I forgot subhanAllah to tell you now. Before we go for the quiz, I have to tell you how to deal with this. Now, when you buy gold for gold, there are two conditions. If you are buying the same item, there must be two conditions apply. Equal to equal and immediate payment. Okay? Gold for gold must be equal and an immediate payment. Silver to silver, same thing. Wheat for wheat, same thing. Dates for dates, same thing. Regardless of the quality. If it is gold, date, anything, regardless of the quality, it must be equal and immediate. In weight, yeah. Barley the same, salt the same. Now, if you are buying two different items but from the same illah, gold for silver, it only needs one condition, which is immediate payment. Hand to hand. So if you buy gold for silver, you can have 1 kilo of gold for 10 kilo of silver, as long as it's immediate payment. You can have 10,000 KD for $30,000, as long as immediate payment. So when we are buying two different items with the same reason, the same illah, we must make sure one condition applies, which is immediate payment. So if you buy dates for wheat, what do we need to apply here? Immediate payment. But the weight could be different. You could have 10 kilo of wheat for 1 kilo of dates, no problem.
How about the value?
It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. The quality, it doesn't matter. The value doesn't matter. The weight and the immediate payment. These are our issues. Okay? Now, if you buy two different items from two different illah, so you are buying dates by gold, nothing applies here. Nothing applies. I told you yesterday, if you want to buy gold for a car, you pay for a gold, buy your car, you give your car to get gold in exchange. What does this apply? Sure? Nothing? You go to the gold shop and you buy gold, 1 kilo, and you give him your car. Not immediate. You say, I'll bring it tomorrow. Is this permissible? Yes or no? فقهاء اختلفوا. Huh? We have about 5 madhab, huh? Yes or no? Why yes? Now there is no immediate payment.
Different type of
different
But we said when there is different type, it must be,
type from these.
huh?
Different results.
Say again?
In the same category, different types, immediate. The wheat to dates, immediate.
Yeah.
Gold to wheat, no condition.
So what happened here? What has changed? 2 different types with 2 different illah, 2 different reasons. So nothing applied here. So if you want to buy wheat, you buy, now to make it easy for you to understand it, because people are scared when they talk about gold. Okay? So let's say you go to the supermarket and you take date and you pay him tomorrow. Is this okay? Or haram? I'm still scared. It's not a gun, man. This is just a pointer. So you can answer, and I'm not going to kill anyone. Answer. Halal or haram? Halal, yes, halal. Because you're buying this for this. So basically, same item, immediate payment with equality. Both apply. 2 different items from the same illah, immediate payment. 2 different items with different illah, there's nothing. Nothing applies. You can sell as you want. Now here, we will have the pink color if this requires immediate exchange and equality in weight. We will put blue color, requires immediate exchange but does not require equality. Circle when there is nothing apply. Okay? So now, tell me, is this correct or wrong? What is here? Alhamdulillah, by the mercy of Allah, the guy who did the translation, he messed it up, which is good for me. It was good, was everything fixed according to the correct answer, but he messed it up, so it became real quiz now. Now you look at it and you tell me. Let's start with this now. Is this correct or wrong? Correct, because dhahab for dhahab. Is this correct? Oh, sorry, this is Arabic version, so I forgot. Yeah. So now this one, correct or not?
Correct.
Pink, gold for gold. Okay. What about silver for gold?
Wrong.
What is it? Which color should be? Huh?
It's in the same time.
Blue, exactly, blue color. Pink means that immediate and equal. Blue, just immediate. Circle, nothing. So what about here? Blue. Here? Circle. MashaAllah, we have fuqaha here. Here? Circle. Here? Blue, yes. Here? Correct, huh? Here? Blue, yes. Here? Here? Circle. Date for silver. Circle. Here? Here? Circle. Here? Sure? Gold for date, circle. Here? Khalas. You got it. This is the correct answer now. Red is equal and immediate. Blue, just immediate. Green, nothing. So look at it here. Most of the 2 conditions applies in very few cases. Most of it, either it's green, which is halal, or blue. You have to be careful when it applies here. Okay. So what the reason causes these? Cause one of the causes of loss in earnings and the cause of ruin and destruction. You know, when the financial crisis 2008, the main reason for that was the mortgage. They call it actually azmat al-ruhunat. They couldn't pay back the mortgage. Yeah, imagine that we have this bond, okay, this receipt for a bond. Now, if you buy it for $100, you are paying back. You are paying back, for example, 110 as interest, but you pay by installment. So what will happen? Now you want cash. You go and sell it to someone with 120, but in installment, and you get cash. Okay? And it goes like this. So this paper, at the beginning, the value of it was 100. Then it becomes 110. And because of this resale of it, it becomes 1,000. So if the last one collapse, what will happen? All of them, they will collapse. So they call it creating money. Now, in reality, there is nothing behind this except the $100. But because of the riba, it became moving, and becomes that big amount, and it's nothing. So when one of them collapsed, everything collapsed. So this is what happened. That's why some people sold their houses very cheap, and some houses seized by the banks, and they sold them very cheap. Why was this? Because the subhanallah, the what do you call the riba, as Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, yamhaqu Allahu riba, he said. And also riba causes high prices. And it is one of the worst dhulm you can do. Imagine Allah bless you with money and you are rich. So you're sitting and just people come to you, you give them money and they go like slaves. They work hard, they strive, and they come back to you with profit. Regardless of what they do. Regardless of the situation of the market. Regardless of the fluctuation. Regardless of the hard time. Regardless of their health situation. So this is completely dhulm. It's clear. One person is benefiting. The rest are dying. That's why many people fighting to keep the riba with conventional banks, because it affects their life. They are just, billah, like taghut. They're just eating the money, the wealth of other people. And that's why we always, when we think about business, we always say, think about business with the principle of a profit and loss sharing. SubhanAllah, some people claim that. They say, no. Even those poor people, they don't know how to make money. So even if you give them money, they won't do anything. It's better for them to just give them money, they work and they give us. Do you have any water here? Some water, please. So this is what they say. And subhanAllah, this is not true. This is not true. Jazakallah. Shukran. This is not true. Why this is not true? It was said that, and I think it's in YouTube anyway. One guy, he inherited some money from his father, millions, and he was talking to, and he invested the money. So when he was talking to his friends, they said, they were negotiating this point. They said, the money is not because I inherited the money. No, because my mentality is mentality of the rich man. So mentality of you can you can make money if you think like rich people, otherwise you can't make money. So his friends, they make a challenge. They said, no, it's because you have money. Otherwise you cannot increase your money. He said, no. So he said, okay, what we'll do, I'll just step out from my old money. He took, I think, $100 and he left everything. And he will make like an experiment, like a test now, to prove that the way he thinks money, so he can make money and start from scratch. He spent about 9 months sleeping in the streets, working in the restaurants, doing this and that. After 9 months, he went back home, completely depressed, bankrupt, no money, and he knew that it's not because you are so clever. When you have millions, akhi, you don't think. People will think for you. When you are poor, you can't even think because you don't have what to eat. You understand me? Al-A'mash rahimahullah was one of the biggest scholars of hadith. And his life spent it for the sake of Allah, just seeking knowledge. He said, one day I was with Ibrahim al-Taymi, I memorized 6 hadith. So when I arrived to my home, happy with 6 hadith, he said, I met my wife or his daughter. She said, we don't have any bread in the house. So he said, I forgot all the 6 hadith. So poverty, akhi, is a big problem. And the rich people do not want the ordinary people to become rich. They just want to be there. That's why they're making it difficult. They just block all the means for people to become rich. That's why it's based on dhulm. And this is one of the issues now we need to mention. When we mention that Islamic banks, or many of them, are halal, we are not saying they are meeting the objectives of Sharia, maqasid Sharia. No. they are just halal. They're just halal. We are not in that point where we can serve all the community. We serve all the Muslim individuals. We are just serving the rich people. Even Islamic banks now, you'll have VIP office for those fully loaded people. Why? Because they're rich. I'm not blaming them, but I'm just saying they are not representing the maqasid al-sharia. They're representing a halal market, that's fine. But this, we shouldn't confuse between halal and pure. Now, someone is selling toys. Okay? Is he saying selling something haram? Games, toys for the kids. It's fine. Okay? Someone else is selling books of knowledge. Which one is better? Books of knowledge, isn't it? Both are halal, but this one is bringing something beneficial to the society. Okay? One is selling water in a cheap price, helping everybody. And the other one has is a coiffeur for makeup, for women makeup. So which one is closer to maqasid sharia? Water, exactly. This one is halal. This is fine. He's, mashallah, decorating our wives, which is good. But at the same time, water is more important. So halal, it doesn't mean that it is at the top of the maqasid sharia. But at the same time, there's a big circle of halal. As long as we're inside the circle, we are okay. So now riba, as I said, it makes the poor poorer and makes the rich more or richer than before. And it's the way that they controlling the human being now, especially nowadays. Everything is going online, everything is going digital. Now your life, your wealth, just in one bottom goes off. They compose you. Is this correct? Qarun, before, his money, the key, by maybe 10 people holding the key of his safe, full of gold. Now, you don't need this. You are a millionaire and you don't even have money in your pocket. You just have your credit card or debit card, and that's it. Where is the money? Just numbers, digits. So you are completely under control. Wherever you go, they can control everything in your life. That's why they're preventing cash. It's true, reducing the cash will make the life more well advanced, but it's make it more controlled by them. Everything in there, just in front of their laptop or keyboard. Your name, your password, you are finished. Billions can be frozen in 1 minute. Is this correct or not? And this, they're pushing the life towards this. They don't want you to have anything physical in your hand, so at least you have something. Everything is just digital. So it has negative and positive. The problem is the people in charge. If they are good, then alhamdulillah, the life will be easy. If they are bad, it's very risky. You have nothing. That's why one of the non-Muslim, he always invests in lands. He buys lands, just lands, not properties, just lands. He said this is the only thing they cannot increase. It's there. They cannot buy more lands and put more. So it's there. So the price always okay. It doesn't go up and down easy because no one can increase the land. You know, the land is there. So you have to think about these issues because they are important in terms of understanding the economy. And also the riba, destructive tool for any economy. And it is true. They know, they themselves know, even the non-Muslims know that riba destroying the life of any society. Any society will be destroyed by riba. Now, these are examples, okay? Shukran, jazakallah khair. Credit card. Which type of riba in credit card? Nasi'a? Why it is not riba card? It's correct, your answer is correct. But I'm saying why it's not riba card.
There's a late penalty.
Sorry?
There's a late penalty.
That's it. Because they don't stipulate from the beginning you pay extra. They will just late penalty charge. A late penalty charge means riba nasi'a. So they lend you money and they will tell you you have to pay us back in 30 days, 50 days. After that, you will be charged extra. Correct? Mortgage, which type of riba? Why riba card? It's from the beginning. From the beginning of the contract, you will pay, you will accept to pay extra. Okay, paying extra, if it's not stipulated in the contract, is it permissible?
It's not stipulated in the contract.
Let's go deep. You know the VIB offices in the banks? Is it halal to provide VIB office for the rich people and leave the rest queuing up in the bank, Islamic bank? What is this VIB for? Why? Okay, I'm a millionaire, inshallah. Say Aimen. I'm a millionaire. I go to the bank. Oh, Aimen, mashallah, tfaddal, Dr. Aimen. They don't take me there. They take me to VIB. Why they do this with me? They never did it with me anyway, but I'm saying why they do this.
As a rich person, more.
Exactly. Which type of benefit?
Because when you keep money in the bank,
That's it. So when you lend them money, you lend them a large amount of money. Is this correct? So you are lending them a lot of money. So they're giving you this service because of your qard. Correct? So why it's not haram? Huh?
You should avoid what they
Should be haram, huh?
because the amount is not if they say we have to sell.
Did you get the point? Did you understand it? They're not doing it because they have a beard or they're tall or white. No. They're doing it because they have a lot of money in their account. I lend them in their account. And this is the funny thing in this world, subhanAllah. The banking system nowadays, since it started, it made everything upside down. Usually, who needs who? The lender needs the borrower or the borrower needs the lender. Usually. The borrower needs the lender. You need money, so you'll be begging me, please give me some money, I'll give it back to you. In the bank situation, the borrower is controlling the lender. You are begging them, please take my money, take it. Is this correct? So they are controlling us because the system is upside down. They know how to control it. But anyway, let's go back to this VIB room. Why it's not haram? It's halal, akhi. I think you go VIB, that's why you're not happy. No, it's halal. It's halal, go, take me with you. They give you nice dates and coffee.
Indirectly, I'm giving the benefit of my money.
Good. So you get the point, but it's still halal. Because it's not stipulated in the contract. And it's not customarily stipulated. So, you can give back the loan with extra amount without condition. This is husn al-qada. So if I give you 1,000 and I was patient with you, and Allah make it easy for you, make money, you can give it to me 2,000 without conditions. Either stipulated into contract or it is considered according to the custom. So for example, in that specific village, if people at that village know that if you give money, you have to give extra back, then it's haram. But if it's not stipulated, it's not recognized by the custom, it's permissible. It's halal. That's why the VIB one is not, they never ask for it and it's not stipulated. They give it as a gift from them, so they consider it as a husn al-qada. Husn al-qada, yes. It's okay, yeah, go, Muibin, no problem, go.
When I'm returning the card,
Without conditioning, yeah, you give extra above your, the card. It's permissible as long as it's not stipulated in the contract.
big value gift. Like
Sorry?
Big value gift, like 16, iPhone 16 and gift.
After giving back the loan. Yeah, that's fine. So you do this, so I'll lend you some money if you do this. Yes, Akhi.
The airport lounges or the credit card, right?
Yeah.
You have access, but it is stipulated. Like when you take the credit card,
Yeah.
there that you have access.
Even the Islamic banks do this. It's with Visa. They're giving you service. Free service, okay? They're giving you free service. And it's not connected with your loan. Nothing to do with your loan. They're giving it to everybody has this, whether they have a loan or not. So it's not connected directly with the loan. So overdraft. Overdraft when you go above تمشي على احمر ايش يقول بالاحمر في الحساب. When you don't have money in your debit in your account, you don't have money, but you have access to have to take more from to be lended by the bank. This overdraft they call it. So for example, your salary didn't arrive for any reason, you don't have any money, you use debit card, the bank allow you up to 500 dinars, you can use the money from their side. But you have to give it back in that specific time. So in conventional banks, so what they will do, sometimes they will say, we give you access for 3 days, otherwise we'll charge you. Some of them they say, no, we'll charge you straight away. Some of them they say, we'll give you 1 month. So is this riba qard or riba nasi'ah? Huh? Exactly. If start immediately, it's riba qard. If it's a late penalty charge, it's a riba nasi'ah. Delay in currency exchange. What's this?
Riba
Riba al-fadl, mashallah. You're cheating, but correct, mashallah. No problem. You can cheat, no problem. So riba al-fadl, yes, correct. Why? Because now we have two currencies. The condition is not the same. Could be pound and dinar. Huh? Both are money, but what is the condition? Immediate exchange. Immediate exchange. So if you miss this, we'll go for riba al-fadl, as the brother said. Late penalty charge. Nasiya. What is late penalty charge allowed in some contracts? It's allowed in one contract.
Allowed?
Yeah, for you it's allowed. Yes. You told me you don't. Yes. For constructing contracts. Now, for example, what's your name, Akhi? Adil. Adil wants to build a house for me. I agree everything with him. And we decided we'll deliver the keys and everything by March next year. Okay? I will write a contract between me and him. I'll give him the payments, let's say 100,000 dinars. Then I told Adil, listen, by March I should receive the house. If you don't deliver or give me my house by March, for every late month I will deduct 10,000. Now, when we sign the agreement, now how much I owe him? 100,000. So I owe him 100,000. If he's late, I can deduct the money. Why this is not considered as riba? Because it's money for service, not money for money. There is no money involved from his side. He's providing service. He's not providing money. Do you understand? He is constructor. He will build a house for me. So he's not providing money. So riba is not involved here. So this is aqdul istisna. What about salam? Salam, 100,000 for 10 kilo of 10 tons of potato. If I give him the 100,000, so how much he owes me now? 10 tons of potato. I said to him, March, if you miss March, it will become 11 tons of potato. Is this riba or not? It's riba. It's riba, yes. Why? Because it's not a service. It's a commodity. It's a money. We said money is not the notes. Money, anything has value. So the money, the potato that he owes me cannot be increased. It's a loan now. I owe him, he owes me 10 tons of potato. He has to give me 10 tons of potato. I can't stipulate or ask for extra. People will think riba only applies in money. No, it applies in any loan. Any loan. If you owe me car, you bring one car. I can't take 2 cars. Only one car. Do you understand this? Let's make it worse now. If I buy your car, your Mercedes, I'll give you 2 Volvos for 1 Mercedes. Is this halal? Halal. Sure. 2 for 1. Okay, if I lend him a car, I give him a car, Mercedes, and he gives me, and I stipulate to get 2 cars in exchange. Halal? Halal. Sure? No, it's haram. I lend him. When it comes to qard, you can't increase. When it comes on bay' and shira, you look, is it ribawi item or not? If it's not ribawi, you do whatever you want to do. So the first one, I'm buying one car for two cars. That's fine. It's buying. And both items are not ribawi. In the second example, he owes me one car. He has to give me back one car. Now I make it, I said you have to give me two cars because you are late. This is riba. Riba applies in everything in qard. Qard, it had to be given just as it is.
The car is yours.
It doesn't have to be a ribawi item, it can be anything.
In riba and qard, yes, anything in qard. Ribawi issue applies when you talk about riba al-fadl. But riba al-nasi'a, anything. Anything.
Sheikh, you're saying late penalty charges for all service or retail?
Except the constructing. When there is no money involved in the second party, it's permissible. But if there is money involved in everything, late penalty charge is not permissible.
Construction is a service.
Yeah, I'm saying when there's money involved in the both parties, it's haram. But if this money is not involved in the other side, which is service, it's not riba.
Yeah, so let's say a cleaning company.
Yeah?
So you're paying.
Let me explain to you something, then you tell me, okay? The amount that you owe, if it is money, it must be given back as it is. If it's a service, you can punish him or stipulate something upon him. So now you go for question.
Okay, so let's say I have a cleaning company. So my staff is, it's a service oriented. They come, they clean the place and go.
Yeah?
So after the end of the month, you invoice for that amount.
Yeah.
The Rajna doesn't pay.
Yeah.
But you continue cleaning for the next month.
Yeah.
So it's a delay. He's not paying. So
Yeah.
can I?
No, you can't. Now, because they owe you money. You can't increase the amount of money they owe you. I told you, you can punish the one who provides the service, not the one who owes the money. The money, now, when you've done the service for them, now, the money that they owe you, it became a loan on them. They owe you. So as if you haven't lended them, but you need this money to be paid to you, so they owe you this money. It becomes a debt now. It was a transaction, now it becomes a debt because the time is involved. In this situation, debt should be kept as it is, and it has to be paid back as it is.
The same applies to the rental delayed payments.
Yeah.
Some contracts, they put penalty.
Same thing, same. No, rent, in future you can change it. In the past you cannot change it. So let's say someone missed 3 months payment. This amount is debt now. You have to take it as it is. But you can change the rent for the future. Say, because you are not paying, I will increase the rent for the future. Yes?
For example, if somebody gives me a loan, say 500 KD, and we fix a time that I pay him back within 1 year, and I don't, after 1 year he comes back to me and I don't have the money, can that person come back to me and ask me for a service which is worth say 1500 KD and say, since you owe me money, I will not pay you, do this service for me, and you don't need to...
Yeah, they call it muqassa. That means the debt that you owe him, he will buy your service by this debt. That's fine. Yeah, as long as you fix the price and you give the service, and that's it, no problem.
Yesterday we were discussing about when you buy a car, if you have ready cash, it is 800, if you pay in installment, it is 1000 or 1000, right?
Yeah.
So that is increase, right? That is changing the price.
Yeah.
Is that considered as riba?
As long as you choose which contract you are going for from the beginning, is not a riba. It will be ambiguity or riba if you leave it without. You say you accept the contract, but you don't choose which one you're going for. But if you choose, I'm going to go for the late payment, or I'm going to go for the immediate one, it's fine. It's halal. You choose this one or that one. Yes, Mubin.
When repaying the loan to the bank, I want to make advance repayment. Means I have cash, I want to clear the loan. Bank means if you are paying early, I give it this much discount.
Islamic or conventional? You're not paying loan now. Okay, that's fine. You bought something. Okay, yeah. That's we call it ضع وتعجل. If this is not stipulated in the contract, it's permissible. They haven't put in the contract, if you bring your money early, we will deduct this.
give discount, this much discount.
Yeah,
Reduction in the payment.
exactly. If this is not stipulated in contract, it's permissible.
Visa card, Mastercard card, if I buy something, then it is incurring the point, I'm getting the point.
And getting points.
Point, that is the point.
Points.
Yeah. And then point is converted to money. So is this money halal?
So basically, you use your Visa card. Is it a credit card or debit card?
Credit card.
Yeah. So you use it, and they will give you points, and the points they will become money. No, it looks haram. Is this Islamic bank doing this? Islamic bank. Maybe they have their own way of doing it, because apparently it looks that is this stipulated in the contract?
Credit card, we don't know that, we don't read the contract.
Yeah, maybe it's not stipulated in contract. Maybe just giving it to you as a gift. I told you, paying back your loan extra is permissible. So now they're giving you extra money. So maybe they don't stipulate in the contract and they give it to you as extra service. As I said to you, they give you access to the business lounge in the, yeah. So it's permissible if they're not stipulated. Yeah, khair.
We have that example where where the debt is created. So there is debt, there is 100, and then that's sold at 110. 110, the person sells it at 120, and so on and so forth. That gets increased.
Yeah.
So that's riba.
Yeah. They're selling the debt. They're not selling. They're selling money with late payment.
That's correct. So in real estate, for example, there are construction projects where even the property is not constructed. It's still in concept.
Yeah.
But they sell the property. So the market, the person who bought the property sells to another person, who sells to another person, and continues selling this. Like what happened in Dubai.
Yeah.
So by the time it's like 2-3 years,
Yeah.
you have already sold that same property maybe 20-30 times.
Yeah.
So always the price increases.
Yeah.
But that's not profit, but it's the person who bought it keeps a margin and sells.
Well, I like this question. Did you hear him? It's long, but it's a nice question. Did you hear him? Did you understand? So what do you think? Repeat it, Ya Hassan, please. So the brothers will, and it's a good question. It's connecting two things, and this will check the brothers understood the principle properly or not. Repeat the question. We mentioned about the selling the bonds and increasing the price of bonds, and it was $100, it become 1,000 because it was sold to 10 people. So when the first one is collapsed, the whole collapse. So what's your
There is properties which are not yet constructed, it's still in the concept level.
yeah?
So they are selling, they have the ability to sell that. It will be constructed. So the first person buys it, and after a few months or few days, you resell it in the market. So somebody else obviously keeps a small margin or high margin, whatever, you sell it. And the other person buys it, after a couple of days you sell it, because the value of this is hyped up.
Yeah.
And it keeps on selling, maybe 20-30 people.
Before it finishes.
Before it finishes. And then at the end of the day, the value of the...
Instead of 10,000 become maybe 20, 30. So what do you think? Are they similar? The two examples, the one I gave and he gives? The one I gave at the beginning looks the same? Do you know the example I gave at the beginning? Huh?
There is nothing.
Yeah? So? Carry on, yeah, carry on. And the one I mentioned?
There's not debt created.
Exactly. You are talking about a product, commodity is there, a flat is there. The one I'm talking about is just debt. Someone take a loan from the bank and he bought the bond, and the bond just for a loan. So no commodity involved. So this is the first and the most important difference. In your case, you are talking about a commodity is there. Now reselling it is another issue, but Yeah, but it will be ready. So we're talking about a commodity. We describe it. We give all this. We know the area and get all the details of the flat. So This is fine. And we have something, they do something in Islamic banks. The IT people are upset. What's going on? Watching something. Maybe something will blow up, let me know. They're both looking here. So, in Islamic bank, what they do to secure their business, even you can do it. You know Bay'u Salam. What's Bay'u Salam?
Advance.
Which means you pay in advance. So let's say the bank, you go to the bank. I go to the bank, okay? I'm a farmer. I say, can you give me some money? You give me, let's say, 100,000 KD. In 2 years, I will come with 100 tons of potato for you. Or tomato, whatever. They say, fine. They sign the contract with me. And they do everything. So now, I owe them 100,000 of potato. It will be delivered after 2 years. If the bank is clever, we will not sit down. They will not sit down and wait. They need cash. So they will go to Hassan, for example. Hassan has a factory, makes chips, for example. They say, Hassan, if you want, we can provide you with 100 tons of potato after 1 year and a half, 1 year and 1 month, for 12,000 or 120,000 dinars. They make another salam contract. They don't make any connection between this contract and that contract. This contract between me and them. And the other contract between them and Hassan. There is no connection between me and Hassan. We don't know each other. We have nothing to do with each other. So what happened now? Hassan will pay 120,000 to the bank. And he will receive 100 tons of potato after 1 year and 2 months. Me, I have to provide potatoes after 1 year, 100 tons of potato. So what will happen? The bank make a profit of 20,000 and the cash is there. He got the cash and he's using his money and he's relaxing and I'm preparing potato. After 1 year, I bring the potato. They will deliver it to Hassan in 2 months. Both contracts are salam and halal as long as there is no connection. You understand this? So the same with the idea you mentioned. So when I make contract with you, you will build a flat for me in that specific area. I can go somewhere and say I have a flat. I give the same description you give me, and I sell it with a margin of profit. I'm not selling a specified item. I'm selling mawsoof fi dhimma, something that described, like the salam. But they call it istisna here, because it's manufactured. Did you get the idea?
Yes. Clear, Sheikh, but here the bank acts like an intermediate, a middleman. Isn't it increasing the price of the product in the end, finally?
No, good question. It doesn't. You know why? Because me, as a farmer, usually, I will give you cheap price because I need the money in advance. So usually this margin, those profit, you're making there because when I come, if 100 tons of potato cost, let's say 10,000, usually I will ask you for 9,000 because I'm considering the time period. So usually I am the founder. I'm the first person in this business. So usually the first person got the product the cheapest it can be in the market because he is planting it. So I am the one can make it expensive or can make it cheap. I can do everything myself, and after 1 year I will sell it for 120,000 directly to Hassan, and I make good profit. But I don't have money. So instead of losing the whole season, I will accept 90,000 where I can make 10,000 profit, and I cultivated my land, and the bank make 20,000, which I supposed to make if I went directly. And the guy, he is the market price there with him, the last one, because the bank just intermediate. He's taking the chance of using those people who want money in advance, and this margin they make it its profit. So it's fine. There's no problem. It's controlled by the market anyway.
Like the example that you gave yesterday, one gold coin buys 2 sheep, you know?
For example. So it's not a problem at all. It's not a problem. Actually, it helps. And this is a real economy because it's involving commodity. It's involving product. We're not exchanging money. No, there is a commodities coming. Potato, it's going to go to the market, and there's a factory is waiting, will manufacture this. So, mashallah, it's a real economy, and it's very good. Salam is good. Istisna is better.
But the same can be applied to the lands also. We don't know, for example, one is this, and another middleman comes and gives some advance books that when I will sell this price.
What's this? Land.
Land.
Not land, you mean the flat, the building.
Land.
No, land you can't sell it. You can't sell it as a salam because it's already there. Salam, we mentioned, salam must be something described, not existing. You can sell the building, which is not there, as a salam. You are describing it. But the land itself, it's there. You cannot sell it as a salam. So you are selling the properties, not the land.
Okay, if the land now, what happens in India? So the owner is one. I am the owner.
Yeah?
Some broker or middleman will come and say that I will sell this land for you. I will fix a price 10,000.
Okay.
This fellow find another buyer. He pays some advance.
Yeah.
To me.
Yeah.
He sells to 15,000.
He buys
I
it.
am owning the land. I am the owner.
He buys it from you?
He pays some advance. He didn't fully pay.
It's fully not ownership.
Yeah, but this payment, what is it for? Deposit?
Advance.
Advance?
He said
Yeah, so basically he buys it from you. When he pays you the money, now he buys it from you. The only thing that you haven't given it to him. You've not delivered yet.
he will pay in 6 months.
Yeah.
He will find another buyer.
Yeah.
He will bring it and he will not register in his name. He will directly tell me to register in his name.
Okay, don't worry about registration. Tell me about access. Does he have access to this land? Is it his land now? Or your land? It's not his land. No, he cannot sell it. I mean, if he pays you money, then even part of the money, the ownership should be transferred to him. I'm not talking about registration. It doesn't matter, the paperwork. The ownership, I mean, he has access. It's his land. He can use it. Then he can sell it. You remember yesterday I told you, what is the benefit of possession qabd? One of them is that you have the authority to sell the product. If you don't possess it, you don't have it, then you cannot sell it.
This is the culture. This is the norm.
You have to change the culture. Haram culture, what can we do?
But Sheikh, he can be an agent, right?
What about the broker?
He can what, sorry?
He can be a broker.
Who's this?
The same example.
Him or the other guy? No, it's not a broker. He's paying from his pocket. He will be an agent, a broker, if he says to him, okay, listen, how much you want? 10,000? He will say, I will sell it for 11,000 and 1,000 my commission. He will say yes. He will go on, inshallah, promote it. But in this case, he paid money.
I want to buy. He wanted to buy.
He wanted to buy. He wanted to keep the land. He wanted to pay the full amount. In this case, he should give him the land. So it's his. And he should wait for the rest of the payment. And that's why he doesn't interfere between what happened between this guy and the new buyer. He makes double, makes 1%. It's not his business. He just waiting for the rest of the amount, which means that he already a sale transaction involved between them. And he sold it to him and he hasn't delivered it to him. If he's not delivered, how can he sell it? Unless if he gives him access. يلا بسم الله.